My goal tonight is to go in there and knock out Isaiah. He's been knocking out everybody, so to go in there and knock out the guy that's been knocking out everybody would be great. And I'm coming to take everything that he's got.
The first title defense is definitely going to mean a lot, and doing it this fast on such short notice is going to prove the reason why I'm the champion.
I really believe that since the beginning I've been able to contend with these top guys, and it's finally my time to prove that.
The only thing that I'm trying to prove tonight is that I deserve not only my belt, but I deserve a shot at another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on!
The fastest growing sport in the world is back. It's Power Slap 10 coming to you from the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. This is one of the best cards yet, with the middleweight and heavyweight titles both on the line. That's right, a pair of title fights on the main card and a slew of soon-to-be title contenders here as well. 8 fights in all coming to you live and free on Rumble. Power Slap 10, the Bell versus Perez, brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Welcome inside the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. My pleasure to be joined by the great Michael Bisping. The UFC Hall of Famer has been with me since the very beginning. I'm Dan Hellie, and thanks for being here with us. Dare I say, in this man's humble opinion, this might just be the best card we've had.
Well, yeah, top to bottom, we have a tremendous card. We've got newcomers, we've got ranked contenders, and we've got not one, but 2 title fights. It all goes down at the beautiful Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Come on, Dan. It's going to be another good one.
We are going to have some fun. Let's take a look now at the main card here tonight, brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Power Slap. Pro wrestler Cooper Housley kicking things off against the Hawaiian Assassin. Welterweight champ Anthony Blackburn faces Emmanuel Muniz in a non-title fight. We'll have more on that in a moment. At middleweight, it's the first title defense for Isaiah Quinones against Brandon the Butcher Bordeaux. And our main event, the heavyweight champion Damian DeBell faces Dorian Perez. DeBell has been the king of the heavyweight division for a year and a half, and now he faces a stiff test in Dorian disturbing the peace Perez, who comes in with an iron chin.
Well, yeah, and the last time that we saw DeBell was when he knocked out the king, Ryan Phillips, and he did it in the 3rd round with a devastating shot. I mean, this man, Damian DeBell, silent but deadly, 22 years old, a quiet guy in life, but on this stage, he really takes people's heads off. The power he has is just phenomenal, and the chin, absolute granite. On the other side, Dorian Perez. He's been around for a while. He's an OG of this sport. 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest, and he knows he's got a lot to gain tonight. He could walk away as the Power Slap heavyweight champion of the world.
Perez training full-time now after quitting his job and has been looking forward to this moment since the day he started Power Slap. These heavyweight striker rankings presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now. Enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order. It is the Bell, the reigning champion in his 3rd title defense against the 3rd-ranked title challenger, Dorian Perez. One more title fight on the slate. Isaiah Quinones defending for the very first time. Hasn't even been a champ for 2 months yet, taking on Brandon the Butcher Bordeaux.
Well, he's been the champ for 45 days precisely. Back in Abu Dhabi, he took a head off. He took the roof off. He put on quite the show when he knocked out John the Machine Davis. Now, let me tell you, he's enjoying champ life. Dios Azul, one of the sponsors, took him down to Mexico, toured him around the tequila distilleries through the agave fields, and he doesn't want to give up that lifestyle just yet. Now, on the flip side, Brandon the Butcher Bordeaux. This man's been a butcher by day, butcher by night, and a butcher his entire life. He's taking this on 17 days' notice, but he feels that a lifetime of ripping those animals apart is going to serve him well, and he's going to get the job done and walk away as the middleweight champion.
We also have a prelim card chock full of ranked strikers. TJ Thomas taking on Luke Simonds. It's super heavyweights Kalani Vakameilalo and Lorenzo Florean. A top 10 middleweight matchup with Garrett Grimes and Joshua Newsome. And then it's Pauline Macias taking on Jamie Hinshaw, both of those guys in our featured prelim. The third member of our broadcast crew, as always, is Charlie Arnold, and she has more on the title fight that is no more.
Yeah, Dan, yesterday I interviewed both Emmanuel Muniz and Anthony Blackburn together, and as you can imagine, a very somber tone during that interview because Muniz missed weight. He expressed extreme disappointment in himself, saying despite only missing by half a pound, a miss is still a miss. Now, the interesting thing about all of this, we just spoke with Muniz on Tuesday during the SLAP meeting, and he said he intentionally came in heavier because he thought it would allow him to be stronger and produce more power, thinking it would be no issue to shed those extra 15 pounds. Well, obviously, he did have an issue. Now, he has no shot at winning back the welterweight championship tonight, also automatically forfeiting 20% of the purse. Despite all of this, Muniz says he intends to still come out and put on a show, and he is predicting a knockout win. As far as Blackburn, he could not have been any more understanding, though obviously he's disappointed. He has been talking all week about defending his title with a resounding win. He's also been talking a lot about building on his confidence. He said he didn't have enough of it in Abu Dhabi. Since then, he's been putting in extra work, and right now he's in such a positive headspace, and he says as a result, we should expect to see some fireworks. Dan, despite the setback, it is clear both of these guys looking to make a big statement tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, Charlie. The rules of Power Slap brought to you by Rumble, bold and free. Download the Rumble app or visit rumble.com. For the striker, they must use a flat, open hand to the cheek or a clubbing foul will be assessed. The feet have to be grounded, no pivoting or stepping. There has been a slight adjustment recently allowing for a minor heel lift. You must declare a hand and a number prior to the strike. For the defender, no chin tucking or flinching. Clinching is massive. It's potentially a point deduction, and the striker goes again. The defender does receive 60 seconds to recover after each strike. 2 fouls get you DQ'd in a 3-round match, 3 fouls in a 5-round match, and you are out. The defender does get 2 minutes to recover after they've been fouled. Power Slap is using instant replay. If there isn't a finish, we will go to the judges' scorecards. If a match ends in a draw, there will be one more match. The match will be scored solely on the additional round, a sudden victory round. The winner of the extra round is the winner of the match. If that round ends in a tie, then the match does go in the books as a draw. From the game to real life, Rey Mysterio in the middle, Omos and Braun Strowman all in the house. And I tell you what, they are raring to go. They have been here for nearly an hour. Here are the stats. Through 216 Power Slap matches, the winners of the coin toss have gone on to win nearly 51% of the time. But a new rule, starting with this event, if you miss weight or DQ in your previous match, you now automatically forfeit the coin toss. TJ Thomas won the toss and will slap first against Luke Simonds. The 35-year-old Tom is coming in off back-to-back wins. He also has an MMA background, having trained with UFC legend Matt Hughes. As for Simonds, he's also undefeated, and the former bodybuilder has really honed his technique he believes he will get his hand raised tonight, looking to make a statement in the biggest match of his young career. And I hope you are ready. Here we go. Power Slap 10 is officially underway. These Power Slap odds brought to you by Circus Sports, sports betting the way that it should be. And how about this? Even Steven in our first match. This one between Thomas and Simonds is a pick'em. Thanks to back-to-back wins, it's been an impressive rookie season of Power Slap for Luke Simonds. Now he wants to close out the year with another victory, this time against his toughest test to date, TJ Thomas.
A graduate of UFC legend Matt Hughes' gym, TJ Thomas transitioned from MMA to Power Slap in 2023. And thus far, he's 2 for 2 on the biggest stage in the sport, including a first-round knockout of Martin Mishtaku. Tonight, the St. Louis native looks to move further up the light heavyweight ladder against the man one spot below him in the 205-pound top 10, Luke Simonds. With wins over Cesar Gonzalez and Alan Klingbeil on Power Slap Road to the Title's 3rd season earlier this year, Simonds shot into the rankings, and he has no interest in slowing down as he battles the veteran Thomas. Coming up next, TJ, the Gorilla Thomas, battles Luke, Lethal Strike Simonds.
These fighter walkouts brought to you by 10X Health, Precision Nutrition Wellness. Go to 10xnutrition.com. This is Luke Lethal Strike Simonds, 2-0 on Season 3 of Road to the Title. Was a bodybuilder for 12 years. Then he started training for Power Slap, and that's what he's doing full time now. Since he was on the show, says he's in the best shape of his life, and he even does some type of cinder block training. What's that all about?
Well, he does push-ups on cinder blocks. That's because it allows the movement to be a little bit deeper. It stretches the pec muscles, allows for a bigger rotation, it works flexibility, and of course it builds strength. As we can see, this guy's a big guy. He actually bulked up to 235 pounds for this one, did a little weight cut beforehand, running 3 times a week. Of course, he used to be a bodybuilder, as you said, so he switched it up now from looking good to feeling good to performing good. Basically not doing high reps, doing very low reps and focusing on his power. We saw when he walked out here, this man is really, really psyched up because he's fought or competed twice in the house. It's one thing doing it on the show. It's another thing doing it here at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, opening up the show. We got a packed house. You can feel the energy in the room. This is a great way to start.
Under the bright lights for the very first time, coming in with that 2-0 record, his girlfriend Natalie, his dad Lance, who was a youth pastor when he was growing up, did not want him to do this. Now they're supporting him, and they kind of like it. TJ, the Gorilla Thomas, wins the coin toss and will strike first. A former MMA fighter who trained at Matt Hughes' gym, now training with a bunch of other slap fighters at Gorilla Smack Systems. And he's been pretty busy with his family as well. Has 5 kids and coaching on, it seems like, half a dozen hockey teams, Charlie.
Yeah, that's exactly right. TJ Thomas, aka the Gorilla, he has an advantage over some of the competitors here because he founded his own gym in St. Louis called Gorilla Smack Systems, the home of fellow power slappers Garrett Grimes, also Colton Cole. And that's where he picked up his pace for this fight. He said he upped his training to 3 days a week for this match this evening. He said the gym continues to pick up momentum with more slap prospects coming by to check it out, so that's great news. And Thomas, clearly a busy guy with the gym, but also working as a sprinkler fitter. And maybe his most important role, guys, I feel like you would appreciate this, he's a hockey coach for 3 of his kids' teams. And he's well suited for the job because he played hockey when he was growing up.
Yeah. Hockey, wrestling, MMA, jiu-jitsu, you name it, this guy has done it. He's been around combat sports for a long time. As you said, training alongside the absolute legend at one point, Matt Hughes.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for Simonds and Thomas. 1 inch taller is the younger Luke Simonds. He says Thomas is the oldest guy that he's had a match against. Thomas weighing in 5 pounds heavier. and the hand size advantage to Simonds. This one is a pick 'em going in. Our power slap announcer is once again Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on! Welcome to the Power Slap Arena, live from the Fight Mecca, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Power Slap 10, the Bell versus Perez. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap light heavyweight division and presented by Lucy, the official nicotine pouch of Power Slap. Introducing first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 200 pounds. Out of Dallas, Texas, he is the number 8 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world. Luke Lethal Strike Simonds.
Let's go! What you come here for? Come on!
And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Out of Columbia, Illinois, he is the number 7 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world. TJ, the Gorilla Thomas. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Chris Taioni. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, TJ Thomas.
Fun fact for you, only 14.5% of our matches in Power Slap have ended by knockout on the first slap. We'll see if TJ Thomas can up that number here tonight. The first slap of the night brought to you by Brickhouse Nutrition. Build better nutrition, 1 brick at a time at brickhousenutrition.com.
Got him.
Sir. Let's just slightly touch, okay?
All right, bud.
Well, TJ gets to go first, as we know,
Right on
but
3, okay?
he's talking a little trash. He's been pointing at Simon, saying, you're going to sleep, doing the little night-night.
You set?
Kind of impression.
Set. Stay set. Don't move. Okay? Okay, we got right hand on 3. Right hand on 3. I'll come out for you.
He has another win by
measure.
disqualification in his last match. He got clubbed in that one. Let's see if he can end it here.
2.
I feel like that was a flinch.
Yeah, I think he
Flinching!
Yep, there it is. Straight away. It was clear as day. Simons really leaned into it. Watch here.
You know what you did, right?
So here's the deal.
Right.
They can get a warning.
Okay. Want it again?
No point necessarily deducted.
Step up.
But he does have to eat another slap.
2 for flinching.
You always have to eat another slap if you flinch.
Go ahead and get set.
Now, if he flinches again, it's most likely a point deduction. The point deductions are absolutely massive in this sport. You essentially lose the round if you get a point deduction.
Chin up. Chin up. Chin up.
Get the chin out of your fucking neck.
Right there.
Look at Thomas.
I got him.
Talking smack to him. Oh, he's trying to keep that chin down.
Okay, you set?
Stay
set. Don't
He's just
move.
turtling up.
Don't move.
Yeah, a lot of people have talked about this,
right on 3.
This week.
Right on 3.
How they dip the chin to bury the head to minimize the target.
1.
Regardless, TJ gets a free crack.
2.
He did it again.
Flinching.
He did it again.
You're moving again.
Simonds is
moving into it. Okay, you gotta stay set. You gotta stay set.
He does it one more time, he gets disqualified. He's going to lose 2 points here.
Well, 4 times is technically a DQ. Let's see if he takes a point here.
Flinch. Okay. Flinch.
Flinching is
he's
confirmed.
moving into it. He's moving into it.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I get it. It's natural, right? Somebody's going to slap you in the face. You want to try and minimize it, but the ref didn't take a point there, which is a little surprising.
Didn't take a point now? So you can't have just put him out with this
so there has not been an announcement from the referee, Chris Taioni, whether he's taking the point or not, but I think that's being discussed. Right now, it is the referee's option.
Get in.
Step in.
It's his turn, right?
You got 6 seconds.
So get in.
The ref should have taken a point there, though.
I agree on the second time.
Fighter recovered.
All right, there's no power slap
noodle
stick. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
All right.
Hold on.
He's taken a whole fight's worth of strikes in the first round.
TJ's loving this.
Do not have to deduct a point. It is a may.
Right.
It's a may deduct a point.
Right. But he gets to hit again,
So
correct?
they're talking now that they may deduct a point. They should deduct a point. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. 1 point flinching.
All right, so there's
1
the point
point flinching. 1 point flinching. Okay? And he's hitting again. Okay?
On the second warning, almost all of these refs are deducting a point. We just need to
go ahead and get set.
Kind of make that happen with the quickness.
Yeah, they just got to do it straight off the bat, and let's keep the show moving along.
Chin up. Okay. Stay right there. Don't move. Okay, you're
this
perfect
is the
position.
third
Stay
strike
right there.
that he's
Don't
receiving
move.
in the first round.
Okay.
If he flinches again, he's getting hit again.
Right on
Luke
three.
Simonds is just going to
Right
close
on
his
three.
eyes. You're going to get slapped regardless. Close your eyes, don't flinch, take it like a man.
Here comes the gorilla.
Ho-ho.
Two.
And he's going to smack.
That might be clever.
Fair blow.
Fair blow.
All right, thank God.
I know, let's move on with the show. Come on.
First match of the night.
Got to be here all day. Look at the state of his face, though.
Oh, man. Put his ass
That
out.
was a little hard.
Remember,
it was.
Get
I mean,
your
a
hand
little hard,
placement, and then check your feet.
You can call it.
40 seconds.
Let's hope they don't.
All right, so let's see what Simonds has now, though.
He doesn't want this shit.
Robert Trujillo said, listen, it's fine, just
put him
knock this
out.
guy
You got
out.
about,
The
you got about 30
reality is,
seconds. Whenever
he's
you're ready,
probably
get in
going to
there,
need that
Let's
losing.
get this shit. Make it nice and clean, okay?
Having 2
Nice
points
and clean. You
deducted.
ate those like nothing.
Well, 1
Just
point.
three
He had
already,
1
bro.
point deducted.
It should have
You
been
want to
2,
back out and relax?
right?
No, it's just 1.
They've got a review
Yeah,
going
but they
on
don't
the feet,
automatically
okay?
deduct a point. They gave him a warning on the first one.
Oh, okay.
I can see how they get confused.
Agreed. It's a new sport. We're still working through everything, Bisping.
Clubbing. Okay. Foul. Clubbing.
So it was a little high. So they've each had a point deducted
1 point
here in the
clubbing.
first round.
Okay.
So what this means,
Got him, Kerry.
they've each had a point deducted.
So who landed the better slap?
Well, no. He hasn't slapped
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Luke
Hand in the
Simonds
count.
can win this
Right on
round
three. Right on
after
three.
having to
Okay.
eat 3 slaps.
Stay right there. Don't move. Okay. Right on 3. Chin up. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Which is
Okay?
crazy. I just
Right
did the
on
math
3.
on
You
that,
must
but
measure.
you're absolutely right. And let's see what Simonds has got. As we know, he was a bodybuilder for 12 years,
That's your measure.
switched to power training. He's got a lot of motivation now because he's just been cracked multiple times. Sits him down. Foul blow. The gorilla is down. Is he out? Simonds has got the shirt off. It's done. That's it. Luke Simonds gets the job done.
3-0 in Power Slap and answering the call after having to eat 3 strikes in the first round. What a performance from this young man from Dallas, Texas.
As soon as he got his opportunity, he took advantage of it. He's talking to Dana White right now. This man is pumped. You stand there, you're a flinching son of a bitch. You're taking extra shots, and you're like, just you wait, buddy. Just you wait.
Well, the crowd here at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas loved it. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Let's take a look at this. Boom! Massive shot, huge power. TJ Thomas, you see him looking at his opponent as he falls down. He's got a look of disdain in his face, and I'm not surprised.
That was beautiful.
Oh, you see the eyes roll back there. He's really fighting to cling onto his consciousness. Almost headbutting the table. Goes down, he's got the noodle still.
Look at this. Right on the button, Bisping. Boom.
Oh, a beautiful shot.
And I can't emphasize this enough. Luke Simonds had to eat an entire fight's worth of strikes in the first round before he even got a slap.
Yeah, and that first shot that he landed, I mean, come on. I mean, the man's an athlete. We can see that. He's pumped up. He's powerful. He's a winner via knockout.
And let's send it to Justin Bernard to make it official in our first fight of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Taioni calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, Luke Lethal Strike Simonds.
Luke Simonds living up to his nickname, Lethal Strike. The second knockout victory of his young career, of course, on season 3 of Road to the Title. And this young light heavyweight just might be on his own road to the title after performing under the bright lights here at the Fontainebleau for the very first time. His previous 2 matches were on the reality show. So he hasn't been in front of a crowd like this before, and you can tell he is a showman. The man taking the shirt off and the former bodybuilder flexing for all the ladies.
Oh, 100%. I mean, look at this guy. He's clearly an athletic specimen, and all it took was 1 shot. Took a couple in the face for free. That's going to piss you off. That's going to get you mad. That's going to give you motivation, and it's certainly all he needed. 1 shot, put him to sleep. 27 years old, this man has a bright future in Power Slam.
The biggest of the big are on deck. It's a battle of top 10 super heavyweights. Number 4, Kalani Vakameilalo, has been busy building rock walls and training to keep his professional football dream alive in the UFL, all of which makes for one powerful dude. Lorenzo Florean packs some power as well. He knocked out his opponent in his debut, but was disqualified for stepping. Florean says he's corrected the issue, and the only step he plans on taking tonight is towards a title shot. The first match of Power Slap 10 is in the books. To watch Power Slap 10 live and free, download or open the Rumble app now, or you can go to www.rumble.com. Rumble is the home to Power Slap and the only place to watch the rest of the card. It's like YouTube. If you're watching us anywhere right now, go to Rumble, because you do not want to miss what's coming up on Power Slap 10. It's all going down right here at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. 7 more fights on the way, including 2 title matches. Get over to Rumble right now and get the popcorn ready. More knockouts are on the way. When the super heavyweights step onto the stage, there is no telling what's going to happen. The Hawaiian Kalani Vakameilalo won the toss, will strike first in our only match of the night, featuring a couple of 300-pounders. Making his first Power Slap start in over a year, Kalani Vakameilalo has some unfinished business to tend to in the super heavyweight division, and it all starts tonight against Lorenzo Florean.
An NFL and XFL veteran, Hawaii's Kalani Vakameilalo found Power Slap is the only way to match the adrenaline rush of the gridiron. And he's since battled Cody Vallo and the Crazy Hawaiian on the biggest stage in the sport. Tonight, he makes his first start since 2023 against Lorenzo Florean. Determined to become the next king of the super heavyweight division, Oregon's Florean is another young gun of the weight class. And following his first Power Slap bout against Cooper Housley, the Slap Dog returns, intent on ending Vakameilalo's night sooner rather than later. Coming up next, Kalani Toko Vakameilalo takes on Lorenzo Slap Dog Florean.
Here's the Slap Dog, a plus 290 dog. And this one was a 3-sport high school athlete in Oregon being walked out by the Squid Game guards, the Pink Soldiers, as they are known. He was a pretty good 3-sport athlete in high school as well. Football, wrestling, and lacrosse. Lost his debut despite knocking out his opponent, but he stepped he invented a contraption to hold his feet down while he trains. Sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, this man's an innovator. Of course, his first fight or match against Uber Housley, as you said, gets disqualified for stepping. So he learns from that. So he goes away, gets some wooden beams, and then he gets ski boots, which he's kind of drilled into the wooden beams, straps them down, so therefore he can't possibly move his feet. It's impossible to step, and that's how he's been practicing to slap. His wife stands there holding the pads for him. His buddies come over, they all hold the pads, and he's got his feet strapped into the ski boots. So I'm going to be very, very surprised if we see this man stepping, because if he does, I mean, he's a bit of an idiot, let's be honest. But he's not an idiot, because this guy works with disabled children and adults, people with Down syndrome, some of them non-verbal. His wife runs a program for disabled people as well. He's a great guy.
Kalani Vakameilalo, the minus 350 favorite, wins the coin toss, will strike first. This is his first fight in more than a year. He's coming in slim and trim, about 40 pounds lighter than the last time he fought. I said, how do you feel? He goes, I feel less fat, and I feel a whole hell of a lot stronger. He was a stud defensive lineman at Oregon State. He spent some time in the NFL as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you talk to this guy, there's just something about him. There's an aura. You know what he's capable of. In his first matchup against Cody Valor, we saw the power that this man had. One shot just put him to sleep, destroyed him. And then, of course, he went up against the former super heavyweight champion, the Crazy Hawaiian. And this time, he was on the receiving end. I said, what did you learn from that? He said, well, I learned that he hits hard. He said, I can't take too much away from it. It is what it is. I've knocked people out. I got hit with a big shot like that. It is what it is. Now, he said he's got no PTSD. He's not bothered. He's not worried. He's very, very confident. And I'm very, very excited.
Mellow. Yeah, I'm excited to see this one, too. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Florean and Vakameilalo, 1 year separated, the two men in age. You can see Kalani's he's just a bigger dude. I mean, 40-plus pounds heavier, 5 inches taller, a 5-inch reach advantage. Hand size is the same. I think that size advantage is the reason that Vakameilalo is the favorite. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Super Heavyweight division and presented by Hostage Tape, the official sleep aid partner of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 302.5 pounds. Out of Springfield, Oregon, he is a number 8 ranked super heavyweight contender in the world, Lorenzo Slapdog Florean. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 345.5 pounds. Out of Waianae, Hawaii, he is a number 4 ranked super heavyweight contender in the world, Kalani Toko Vakameilalo. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hadley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Kalani Vakameilalo.
These props to watch brought to you by Circus Sports, sports betting the way it should be. And they pick them that it goes the distance. The first round fight clock brought to you by Lucy, nicotine pouches, that slap.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. All right, let's get set, Blue. Shoulders down, head up. Slightly touching.
So there's definitely a size difference.
Good. Do not
Look
move
at
right
the size of
Okay, red has won the toss. You're good there. Hand and count.
5 inches taller and 40-plus pounds heavier.
Right on 3, you must measure.
I mean, Lorenzo Florean, he's a big guy, but there's just levels to this. Look at the power he's going to generate. Oh, no! I mean, are you surprised? I'm telling you, that power is ridiculous. He's on the feet. He almost fell off the stage.
There's no way.
It's done. It's over.
There's no way.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't do it, ref. Don't make him take a second. Oh, the ref is a cruel guy.
Walk over here. Walk over here. Come back over here.
He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
What do you want to do?
Was there any foul on that?
No, we're good.
I don't think there's a foul
already. There's been like 20, 25 seconds by now.
Think, or
he's
you
recovered a little bit.
Kerry Hatley might let this go.
They're going to let it go.
Okay.
They are sadists.
Wow.
They want to see Lorenzo Slapdog Florean take another one of those shots.
Here we
What
go.
has he
Hustle
done
up.
to annoy the ref?
Fighter set.
All right.
Let me get the time.
Look at this.
Boom.
Those hands are just like meat hooks.
Ridiculous.
Well, let's see what Slapdog can do here because he got
right there.
rocked.
Okay, Blue. And
Just a little bit.
And on one.
Okay, you got to measure.
He's
Okay,
gonna go
must
on
measure.
one.
There's your measure. Right hand on one. There's your measure.
Young. Oh, come on. That ain't going to do it.
That's like a bug bite.
That ain't going to do it.
There we go, Blue.
And there's a crazy Hawaiian.
1 point Blue. Clubbing.
Oh, he
1
clubbed
point
him as
Blue.
well.
Clubbing.
Vakameilalo was not concerned one little bit.
Take your
It
time on the
hardly
next, Lorenzo.
scratched him. He wasn't bothered. It was like a little mosquito landing on him for a second.
Okay, you good? You got
So this
time?
could really be a
Good to go?
10-7.
Yeah.
Because he knocked him
Take
down
time,
and
relax,
got the
we'll
point
do it.
deduction, which is exactly
And
what
then we're
Bisping, you're a genius.
Well, listen, you know, let me break down my own
Oh, I'm
scores,
sorry.
Okay.
I got to do something.
He knocked him down. He almost knocked him out. He was also clubbed.
All right, here we go.
Kalani
Ready?
Vakameilalo right now is cruising. And you see the smile on his face there. There was a little smirk a second ago. He's like, bro,
He knows
you
what's
know what's
coming.
going to happen.
Yeah.
You
Right
know
on
you're
two.
about to get
Okay,
knocked
right on
the
two.
F out.
Get set, Blue.
I would make
Right
sure the
on two.
catchers are
There's
ready.
your measure.
Here we go. Poor old Lorenzo Slapdog Florean. Don't do it. Take it easy. Oh, he moved.
He's going to have to take another one.
He's going to get another one.
Oh, God, my heart is beating fast.
You can't flinch.
I feel bad for him.
I don't.
Warning.
Because you're
Okay.
evil.
I came here for
slap again.
violence. They gave him a warning.
So no point deduction.
Okay,
So
here we go,
that's basically standard operating procedure
Gotta
at this
stay
point.
set, brother.
You get a warning for flinching, and then it's a point deduction.
Okay,
Yeah,
head
look
up.
at that.
Just
A
little
clear
bit.
flinch.
Okay, right there. Don't tuck. Don't move.
That could have gone
Shoulders
against him,
down,
though, because it
shoulders
ended up
down. Do not
turning
move.
it
Okay,
towards the back of the neck.
right on 3. Okay, right hand on 3.
All right.
Right hand on 3. There's your measure.
Vakameilalo.
He's starting to smile.
He's going to be having Florian laying low.
Oh, Talani with another crusher.
Don't even count,
That
ref.
is it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't even count. It's done. It's over. Took him in. Give him a kiss goodnight.
He doesn't want to get up.
He ain't getting up.
Kalani Vakameilalo improving to 2-1, showing that super heavyweight, that NFL, that Oregon State Beaver power. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
I mean, this is the knockout blow, I believe. The last one. There was a little bit of a flinch as well, and I don't blame Lorenzo Slapdog Florean for that. But look at that. Look at the shot. Look at the pain that he's in. The grimacing straight away. The size of the hand just slicing through his face. Oh, God. He's a very brave man to stand there in front of that gigantic human being. That is what you signed up for, and that is what you get. That's disgusting. Look at that.
That is brutal. And the fact that he got up after that first one, hey man, props
They
to
love
the
it.
Slapdog.
They
yes,
love
they
it.
do. Oh,
They
there's
love
Kelly.
it.
Candido in the house. Look at these guys.
That's what they came for.
Listen, I'd like to apologize to everybody here in attendance. We did not mean to be so entertaining just 2 fights in.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I don't apologize. Hey, it's all down to these guys.
Justin Bernard, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Kalani Toko Vakameilalo.
Toko getting it done. Ironically, his coach in his corner, to Crazy Hawaiian, who's the champ, was the last guy he faced. Crazy Hawaiian came out on the winning end of that one, but I don't know that he wants to see Vakameilalo again. There was some serious power. I cannot wait for this when Power Slap 11 debuts in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia during Rewatch season on Thursday, January 30th. A couple of title fights to Crazy Hawaiian and Dumpling 2 for the super heavyweight title, and Wolverine taking on Vern Cathy for the light heavyweight title. Also at light heavyweight, a banger with Austin Turp Daddy Slim Turpin and Russell Rivero, one of the strongest guys we have in the sport. Back to the here and now. Tonight's betting odds brought to you by Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be in a battle of top 10 middleweights. Garrett Grimes, the minus 160 favorite against Josh Newsome. This is going to be good. With the ability to knock opponents out early or go deep into the waters, Garrett Grimes is a tough puzzle for any opponent to solve, but Josh Newsome believes he has the solution to whatever Grimes brings.
With a new champion atop the middleweight throne, the top 185-pounders in the world are making their moves in the hopes of a title shot. And chief among them are Garrett Grimes and Joshua Newsome. Making his third appearance on the Power Slap stage, Missouri's Grimes has shown power and grit on his way through the ranks. And tonight, he can make a statement by halting the rapid rise of U.S. Army vet Joshua Newsome, whose 2 wins over Fabricio Barron and Raiden Bombardier put him in the top 10 rankings and in a fight with one of the division's top competitors. Coming up next, Garrett Grimes faces Joshua Newsome.
Here is the Goldsboro, North Carolina native, 25-year-old Josh Hercules Newsome, an armed security officer at a prison in North Carolina after spending 4 years in the military as a military police officer.
Yeah, Josh has a really cool story. I mean, every single person in Power Slap has such an interesting background, and really the intro as to how they got involved with the sport in the first place. Josh Newton's origin story began with a bet he made to the kids he was mentoring who are either already locked up or maybe on the verge of being locked up and need to be straightened out. Newsome said that they would crack jokes on him when they found out he was actually joining the promotion, saying like, don't go to sleep, or if you lose, we can't say we know you. So obviously, having the massive impact he's already had on their lives, he wants them to be proud. So Newsome, who, Dan, like you mentioned, he still works as a prison guard, says a win is the only option tonight. Otherwise, he's going to get dogged on.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be talking a lot of shit. Simple as that. Hey, I like this guy. I mean, what a life story. Joined the Army, mentoring teenagers. He's been a lifelong athlete. He was a wrestler. He was a track and field athlete. He said the lifestyle and the discipline that he learned from wrestling has really helped him out throughout life. The grind, the weight cuts, the discipline, the running, the showing up every day, the consistency. This guy's a great guy. Really excited for this. And again, what an interesting story.
Garrett Grimes won the toss. He's the favorite in this one. Still a sprinkler fitter in St. Louis at the local 268. And the dude loves him some animals. 4 dogs, 2 cats, 10 fish tanks. I mean, it is ridiculous, Bisping.
And one of those fish tanks holds 220 gallons of water. That sounds like a lot of water. And then on top of that, one of the dogs, a cane corso, that attacked him last week. The dog had night terrors. He woke the dog up. The dog went all kind of spaz on him and chewed him up and bit him up a little bit. Anyway, on his opponent, Joshua Newsome, he's not impressed. He said, yeah, he had 2 wins on the show on season 3, but they were against smaller guys. They were kind of tailor-made opponents. Of course, Garrett Grimes doing the usual thing, slapping the bobs, lifting weights, all the regular stuff, everything he can do to come into this one and be successful. But as I said, not impressed with his opponent one little bit.
He's also been very active as a paintballer, traveling all over the country to take part in paintball contests with his buddies. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, Newsome and Grimes. Grimes is 5 years older, both men 6 feet tall, and a slight hand-sized advantage for the -160 favorite, Garrett Grimes. We send it once again to our Power Slap announcer, Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap middleweight division and presented by Amino Heal, the official brain protection supplement of Power Slap. Introducing first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, he is a number 10 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Joshua Hercules Newsome. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 1/2 pounds. Out of Wentzville, Missouri, he is a number 6 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Garrett Grimes. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Garrett Grimes.
Sign up to the Crypto.com app with the code POWER to make a single purchase of $50.
Competitor, set her up. Set her up, guys. You got it, Mark. Get him.
All right, here we go. Grimes coming in with that 2-1 record.
Which
Josh
hand
Newsome.
and on what count will you be striking?
2-0.
Right on
this
one,
is the
give me
first
a measure.
time under the lights for Newsome,
right
who
one,
will
with a
be
measure.
receiving first. Grimes with a chance to finish it here on the first strike of the match.
Oh, there it is. I mean, he wasted that.
Replay.
That's why I don't understand when they go on one.
Yeah.
Garrett Grimes, it was a bad placement. He didn't take the time to really focus on the target. There was a flinch there as well. Garrett Grimes.
You almost clubbed. You definitely flinched.
Not the best shot, but Joshua Newsome, he flinched there. All those kids back home that he's mentoring, they're going to be making fun of him right now.
Flinching.
They are. He's a flincher.
This is a warning, though. Okay?
It was a double warning from Jason Herzog telling Grimes, you almost clubbed.
Right on one. Stand by.
And Newsome
right on one. Get yourself all the way in the box, please. Right on one. Right on one with a measure. Right
and
on
sometimes
one.
you club because they flinch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. You kind of move the position of your head. Oh, that's a good one.
Fair blow.
Oh.
Fair
Newsome's
blow.
like, okay. Okay.
Newsome, when he was a military police officer, was training soldiers in hand-to-hand combat. A little turn there in super slow motion. It's exaggerated, obviously.
Yeah, he's a very disciplined guy. When you speak to Joshua Newsome, obviously the military, the mentoring kids, track and field, wrestling throughout his entirety of his
25
life.
seconds. Get in there and put his ass
He's
down.
a good dude. He's a great human being.
Whenever you're ready.
But that doesn't matter here on the Power Slap stage.
You got him?
How well can you hit? How well can you take a shot? That's all that matters.
Right on two. Get yourself set with a measure.
Newsome's
Right
last
on
match
two. There's your
against
measure.
Braden Bombardier.
Right on two.
Round
A
one.
first round knockout.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, was that a flinch as well?
There was something that was going on there. Herzog asking for him to run it back and take another look at it.
Time.
It looked like a flinch. No.
No, I think that was a club. He had a funky windup.
Fighter. Fighter. Come on, boy.
You think that was a flinch?
No, I don't. When I watched it in person with my beautiful one eye.
It is a beautiful one eye.
It is. It's not
1 point
bad.
clubbing.
I thought I saw a flinch, but I saw a club.
Yeah, it was a club.
You got time to recover. You got a minute and 50 seconds to recover, okay?
So both of these guys, relatively new. This is just the third match for Newsome.
So just make sure you're
Grimes just his fourth.
Make sure you tell him to keep his head straight. What am I looking at?
Yeah, and for Newsome, the first one at a live arena with the crowd, with
which
the bright
makes
lights,
a difference, right?
Completely changes everything. You know, you're performing to people. You feel extra pressure. You want to deliver. That throws you off target, messes up your aim, your focus. Oh, he rocked it. Garrett has some really good speed when he throws those shots. But Newsome took it well.
All right, fair blow, thank goodness. Nice shot by Grimes. He's still turning a little bit.
Again, though, as you said before, it's
exaggerated.
It exaggerates it, but will the referees take that into consideration? Because Garrett Grimes is highlighting it. He was just pointing at the screen as they showed the replay.
Sir, that's your second flinching foul, so I'm going to deduct a point, okay?
All right, so he's
1
getting
point
a point
flinching.
deducted for
1 point flinching.
Flinching for a second time.
You're turning your head
And that means Garrett gets to go again.
Hey, is that the strike?
Let's go, in the box. Get him in.
2 for flinching, as we have seen tonight.
Time.
It has to be one of the. It's like a 50-yard pass interference
Time in,
call in the
fighter
NFL.
set.
It's one of the worst penalties in sports. You got to take another slap to the face.
Yeah, no, of course.
Serious?
I was trying to make head or tail of the football analogy. Oh, that's a good one. That wobbled him.
It did. He's been wobbled or stumbled on the last 2 slaps by Grimes.
Oh, he did it again.
God,
he did. He did it again.
You see what you're doing?
So that's 3 times.
You're moving.
He has one more.
You're going to keep getting struck. You understand?
If they call it, of course. They should do. If they called the second one, they should call that one just there.
So,
and if there's 4 times, as we know, that's it. You're gone.
Okay.
Now, the reason this is surprising to me is that Newsome has fought twice before.
No more flinching right here.
This is not the first time. Yes, it's his first time under the bright lights here at the Fontainebleau.
Mark, get him set. That's a warning for flinching. Last warning.
All right,
Sir, get him
so
here.
3 flinches, 1 point deduction, 2 warnings. And here in round 2, Grimes is striking for
in, fighter
the
set.
4th time.
Right on one with a measure. Right on
if you're
one.
Garrett Grimes and your opponent just keeps flinching, it's a great time. That'll do it. Having a little dance.
Fair blow.
He's a little wobbly. Fair blow.
He did a nice job collecting himself there, though. Here's Grimes with another solid strike.
Right there to your right. I got you.
Look how much chalk is on the face of Newsome. He's been slapped so many times. Chalk just staying on.
At this point here, those kids that made him a bet to sign up for Power Slap,
Turning just a little on those.
he's hating those kids right now.
Just enough to where they're calling.
He's like, you little,
got 20 seconds. Hey,
you little
throw that sheet
bastard.
up.
I'm sure they all love him, but they're probably having a good time
Let's be
watching
clean.
this.
Let's
All
be
the ones
clean.
that talk to get into it, and they're certainly rooting for him to have a big slap here.
Hey, absolutely.
Land the knockout.
No, he's a great guy. He's a
Right
real man.
on 2.
Takes a lot of courage.
Indeed it does.
Right
And if you
on
make
2.
a bet,
Right on 2.
you gotta be a man.
That's your measure. 1.
Good strike
Fair
by
blow.
Newsome.
Yeah, Garrett took it really well. Wasn't concerned.
It's an interesting windup for Josh, isn't it?
It's a little unusual.
Kind of compact.
He doesn't really swing it all the way back. Doesn't generate a ton of momentum. I'd like to see him extend his arm further.
Get him set.
Really swing all the way through it. So as we can see there, Grimes clearly ahead. I mean, a 10-8 in rounds 1 and 2. 2016. Newsome.
Right on one.
The only way he can win this is via knockout.
That's your measure, right on one.
But Garrett Grimes is the one that's been... that was a flinch again, it was. It was a flinch.
That's it. That's it. 4 flinches. Josh Newsome can go no more.
That's it, and the top's off.
I don't know, I'm sure it's happened before, but I'm trying to recollect the last time we saw 4 flinches cost somebody a match. It's been a minute. And Garrett Grimes gets the 3rd win of his power slap career.
Garrett's not happy though, he didn't want to win like that.
It's all right. He landed some good shots. I know everybody wants to get the knockout. We did have a nice recovery of the night, brought to you by Slate Milk. Fuel up with Slate's delicious high-protein drink. Slate makes you strong.
That was a good shot. See the way he caught himself? You know.
Got to use the table. Prop yourself up.
I don't know what that move was. Look, hold on. I'm good. I'm good.
I love he puts the finger up.
Fair blow. Good.
All right, let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by disqualification due to flinching, Garrett Grimes.
Let's go. He didn't want this power. He's scared.
You're right, Michael.
Let's go.
You never want to win by disqualification, but that was a solid performance from Garrett Grimes. He did everything he had to do except win by knockout. Nonetheless, a win's a win.
Well, all that matters at the end of the day is getting the win, and that's what he did. Well done, Garrett Grimes.
The 3rd win of his career, now 3-1 in Power Slap. Power Slap 10, the Bell versus Perez, brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. A lot of beasts on this card, including the 2 fighters we have coming up. A beautiful December night in the fight capital of the world. These Power Slap odds brought to you by Circus Sports. Betting the way it should be. Pauline Pita, Macias, and Jamie Hinshaw are coming up next. Macias, the former fighter, a -155 favorite over another former fighter as well. A judo black belt and MMA pro who competed on Dana White's Contender Series in 2020, Pauline Macias, now wants to ply her trade at Power Slap, and that journey begins with a showdown against Jamie Hinshaw.
A seasoned mixed martial arts fighter who has fought the likes of UFC veterans Gloria DePaula and Marnik Mann, judo black belt Pauline Macias will step onto the Power Slap stage for the first time tonight. And she's intent on making an emphatic statement against fellow newcomer Jamie Hinshaw. Albuquerque's Hinshaw is also no stranger to combat sports as an MMA and bare-knuckle boxing veteran. But now it's time for the Atom Bomb to start a new journey in her career. And she's eager to face Macias to see which strawweight leaves with their first Power Slap win. Coming up next, Pauline Pita Macias squares off against Jamie Atom Bomb Hinshaw.
The Atom Bomb, Jamie Hinshaw, 35 years young in her Power Slap debut. Lots of combat sports experience, 4-4 in pro MMA, 2-0 in bare knuckle boxing. The mother of 2 teenage girls in Albuquerque, New Mexico, calls this the opportunity of a lifetime. She's not taking it lightly.
Yeah, that's right. When she was younger, she was grew up bouncing around, homes, didn't have the best upbringing, a lot of drugs and abuse was around. She wanted to do something for herself. She didn't want to end up in prison like a lot of her family in her early 20s. Walked into a gym. 2 months later, had her first fight. ended up having 8 mixed martial art fights, 2 bare knuckle, and now here she is making her power slap debut. Said she wants to show her kids that you can turn your adversity into something positive. She wants to prove that this isn't just a male-dominated sport. Of course, we know it's not. But listen, she's got her hands full with Pauline Macias.
When we met with her, she said, just call me PETA. It stands for pain in the ass. I got the nickname while I was still in the womb. My parents said I was trouble from the start. Pauline Macias is a tremendous athlete. He was on the U.S. national judo team for a decade, won multiple national championships, 4-2 in pro MMA. Also competed on Dana White's Contender Series.
Yeah, that's right. And she actually came to the first ever live power slap event. And as soon as she saw it, as soon as she experienced the energy in the building, she wanted to be a part of this. As you mentioned, started judo at 7 years old and got to a really high level. Won around 10 national championships, got to the Olympic training level. So, I mean, that is an achievement in itself. Actually competed in massive crowds, around 10,000 people, as you say. Mixed martial arts, well, 6 pro fights, won 4, lost 2. Now here she is making her power slap debut. Clearly a massive advantage in combat sports experience, in terms of pressure, in terms of being an athlete and preparing for these kind of events. But it doesn't always work out like that, Dan.
You are a truth teller, my friend. The tail of the tape is brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. Macias, 1 year older, 3 inches taller. You see she does have the reach and hand size advantage. Macias, a -145 favorite. Justin Bernard, get us going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Women's Strawweight Division and presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing first in the blue corner, she stands 5 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 116 pounds. Out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jamie Atom Bomb Hinshaw. And in the red corner, she stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 114 1/2 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Pauline PETA Macias. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mark Smith. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Pauline Macias.
Power Slap Shop. Purchase official Power Slap apparel and merch at www.shop.powerslap.com. A Fanatics experience.
All right, waist touching, shoulder down. Let's get that chin out, forehead back. Do not move, okay? Hold your position. All right, slapping first. What's your hand and what's your count? You got to be right in the middle of the box. Right on 3. All right, right on 3. You must measure.
All right, Macias, little home run swing.
Oh, yeah.
We actually had to lower the table for the first time in Power Slap history because they're this short. Here we go.
5'4", right on 3. Almost missed her, to be honest. Almost missed her. You know,
what?
She came up a little short on that one.
Short arms, I see what we did there.
Had to lower the table.
I will say this about Macias. She is put together like an absolute brick house.
She is
shredded.
Jacked.
Curve, stepping. All right.
Oh, they're talking about a stepping.
We have a foul. Stepping.
I mean, this is her debut, to be fair.
1 point, stepping.
And again,
1
people
point,
forget
stepping.
about these things. Let's
1,
take a look.
Stepping. You rotated your foot before you slap.
Yeah, I mean, that was egregious. Sometimes you can lift it a little bit, a little tiny bit of rotation, but that was blatant.
Yeah, we saw it.
The hardest part about this sport for former MMA fighters is not pivoting when you slap, because you're used to doing that when you punch.
Yeah, and she also talked about the hardest part is not moving your head. You know, she had a bunch of MMA fights. Clearly, you try and defend those shots. So when you're trying to generate as much power, you're trying to knock your opponent out. Then you forget about the basics and the fundamentals.
Right on 2, you must measure. That's your measure.
Hinshaw also A former pro MMA fighter. With a solid-looking connection on her slap of the match. As long as it was clean, she's going to win that first round.
Oh, yummy, yummy time. You need water?
She had a little sauce on this one, too.
That was a good shot.
It was.
Macias took it well. Definitely got her attention there. I mean, look at that. You're absolutely right. She's jacked. Swings all the way back, right through the target. It was a little bit low. Oh yeah. And did you see the feet?
You can have a minor heel lift. It wasn't the same. I don't think it was as much of a pivot. It was a minor heel lift.
Minor?
I think we're okay.
Minor?
Yeah,
it
minor.
looks pretty similar to me. But regardless, I give her the round. That's 10-8.
Right, on 3.
Jamie Hinshaw way ahead on the scorecards.
Well, let's see if the correction can be made from Pauline Pita Macias.
Plant the feet, take your time, line it up, get a little bit closer. That's too far away. Jamie Hinshaw, she has got a chin. First slap. Wasn't the best slap, let's be honest.
Macias, she has the power, she's just not, the hand placement's not.
She's a little bit far away, in my humble opinion. She's athletic, she takes her time, but she's just too far away.
When has your opinion ever been humble, by the way?
I'm a humble guy, believe it or not, Dan. It's just when I'm around someone so stupid all the time and I got to correct you, it just makes me look good. No, she's a little far away. You want to connect with the entirety of the hand.
All right, you must measure right.
I'm not saying you want to
3.
club,
That's your measure.
but you want to connect with the entire hand. She's hitting with the fingers. See, look at the difference.
Good slap.
She didn't sit her down, but she made her step back. Jamie Hinshaw, the atom bomb, making a good connection here in round 2.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It is. Macias had a fair blow, but it wasn't. There just wasn't much impact on it. Again, we talked about the hand placement. Hinshaw there lands a good shot. Stumbles Macias or moves Macias just a little bit. So here's my scorecard through 2. Hinshaw way ahead. Macias needs a knockout here, and to do that, in my opinion, got to get a little bit closer, and she has. Look at that.
Yep, the lineup's better.
2.
Oh, that was a good shot.
That was a lot better.
Way better.
They called clubbing. They called a clubbing foul. That would be the second foul.
Time.
They're going to take another look at it.
That's 2.
Yeah, that was low. Man, it looked good from here.
That's 2 striker fouls. Disqualification.
Is that a stepping as well?
It may have been a little bit, but it was certainly a club. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. It's a point deduction. Yeah. And it's a second foul in a 3-round match. You are disqualified. Jamie Hinshaw, in her debut, will win by disqualification.
And the reality is she was trending towards a victory anyway.
She was.
If Macias didn't get the knockout, she was going to win. She was way ahead on the scorecards. She had 2 good slaps, took them well.
Having a little fun on stage now. Atom bomb, Jamie Hinshaw with a solid winning performance in her debut against a very game opponent in Pauline Macias. Took Macias just a little bit longer to kind of figure out the game.
Yeah, 5'1", the atom bomb, of course. Jamie Hinshaw, big smile on her face. And that's the joy of competing. When you stand up there in front of a crowd, you get that adrenaline rush, you get the victory, regardless of how you win. Disqualification, it doesn't matter. You come here to win, and that's why she's got that big smile on her face.
All right, let's send it to our Power Slap announcer, Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by disqualification, Jamie Atom Bomb Hinshaw.
So Jamie Hinshaw getting the win in her debut, now 1-0. She's undefeated in bare knuckle boxing as well, but Hinshaw, solid performance here tonight.
Yeah, 35 years old, showed a good chin there. And listen, it wasn't the performance that Macias wanted, but Jamie Hinshaw was so far ahead on the scorecards. Macias had to get the knockout, as I mentioned earlier. Jamie Hinshaw landed a couple of good shots, wobbled Macias a little bit, was able to win via disqualification, but regardless, got the job done, won in her power slap debut, and I look forward to seeing her again.
All right, tonight's Power Slap Celeb Cam is brought to you by Arsenal Strength. Cowboy Cerrone in the house with Dale Brisby, a professional bowler. I love that shirt. Love those shirts. Both of them looking good. We got celebs all over the place. Hardy, country music singer. Saw him at Stagecoach in California last year. Yeah, he puts on a good show, man. And then Taylor Lewan, he's getting skinnier by the day. Co-host of Bussin' with the Boys, 3-time Pro Bowler with the Tennessee Titans. Look at those brand new teeth. And then, of course, the Pink Guards from Squid Games. We saw them yesterday.
Yeah, they're a pleasant set of guys.
They did not want to have a conversation. The Pink Guards from Squid Games. Brace yourselves for the second season, only on Netflix, December 26th. The Striker Arrivals brought to you by Dios Azul Tequila, the spirit that changes everything. Ding, ding, dong, the bell has arrived. Don't let that nice guy demeanor of the future lawyer fool you. Damian DeBell is the heavyweight champ for a reason. He's knocked out 75% of his opponents, including the last 2 title challengers. Tonight, for a 3rd time, he will be attempting to do the same against a familiar foe. That man is Dorian Perez, who has been around Power Slap since the beginning, so he knows exactly what he's getting into tonight. And the man they call Disturbing the Peace cannot wait. Now training full-time, Perez feels better than ever going into his 8th Power Slap match, and he's focused on taking the belt home.
Power Slap 10, the Bell versus Perez, is brought to you by Crypto.com. Sign up to the Crypto.com app with the code POWER and make a single purchase of $50 or more. By Monster Energy, unleash the beast. By Power Slap Mobile. Download and play today to access new features and rewards. And by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap.